Hello everyone. This video was not planned and it's supposed to be pretty quick, I guess. I don't really have the right tools to record this. I'm just using my phone. I'm holding it with my other hand. But I really wanted to show you what arrived yesterday. I couldn't record this video yesterday at all, so I'm doing it now in the morning as soon as possible. For anyone who doesn't know, Dunwall Archives is, we could say, an art book, but really it's just everything of the first game. There's art, but there's also excerpts of documents that you find in the first Dishonored game. It was made in 2014, and of course it's not purchasable anymore. They do not make it anymore. So the only way to get it is to get it from a reseller. And of course, the prices are usually very high. And I was extremely lucky because I got it at a very convenient price, honestly. I can't believe that I actually own this now. I've been wanting to get it for years, ever since I can remember. And I'm trying to contain my joy, but I swear, when I opened the package and I held it in my hands for the first time yesterday, I was going insane. So I'm not sure what I want to do right now. I'm pretty sure that I'll just flip the book. Not like this. I mean, flip the pages. And just comment on what I see. I've already seen from flipbook videos and PDFs and screenshots around how the book is. I already saw it, everybody can see it, but owning it is another thing. And because on this channel I'm looking forward to discuss about Dishonored lore and video game lore in general, I think that this is a perfect occasion to talk about it. So sorry for the long intro, but I just wanted to explain. So first of all, I love the cover. The conditions are amazing. As you can see, there are a few scratches that any book would have if they're not brand new. It is a little ruined here, as you can see, and a little bit on this sides. But overall, I think that the price was extremely fair because the inside is perfect. So I love the cover. It's just Dunwall reflecting on the water. It's also so good to touch because it's another very thin level above the cover. It's just so good. So let's start, shall we? This is the map of the whole world. Yeah, the known world. We can actually see this in game multiple times, and it always kills me how the isles are so small compared to the continent of Pandacia, or really anything else. Like, this is just sea, and then there's the Empire of the Isles. So small, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, this is just a symbol of the outsider, the mark of the outsider. A beautiful art of Corvo's mask. This is a very nice introduction. I don't know how to show you everything because the light doesn't really let me. Yeah, now I should be able to read. So just pause the video in case you want to read things. I'll try to make it readable for you as much as possible. Okay, this is the entire timeline. And honestly, it's insane. I've already seen this on the wiki multiple times, but yeah, holding it in my hand is insane. Of course, it's up to the end of Dishonored 1. The timeline stops when Emily becomes Empress. This is a painting that you can find in the game, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Very nice. I can only suppose that's stevia because of the eyes. I personally never cared about the stories themselves when I read books and documents. I preferred to read things that, you know, talked about the world building, but they're charming. Like, you can read them once, I guess. Look at this little dragonfly. I don't know why it's here, but there's a dragonfly. And I just love this art, this poster of Pierrot's Remedy. It's just so good. These posters in general, there's so many of them. I absolutely adore them. Yes, we see this one very often. It's the poster for Sokolov's Elixir. Very, very, very nice. I absolutely love it. I have stared at this concept arts of bone charms for so long. I want to pretend that there are bone charms that actually look like this, because this is so cool. This looks like, these ones look like small runes. And this are the bone charms that we actually find in Dishonored 2. So it's nice to know that they recycled some things. They didn't just dump them. They actually used some of these things in the end. This is a symbol of the Ball Street Gang. We all know it very well. This is just like ordinary noble woman that you find at Lady Boyle's party, pretty much. Yeah. But like, seriously, look at how good this art is. So, so good. The guards. I love the Dishonored art style. It's so grotesque, and it does reflect the dystopian atmosphere very well, I think. I love how nobody is like gorgeous or extremely beautiful. They're all, you know, stained by the world they live in, but still charming in my opinion. 2 entire pages for Granny Rags, of course, because there's just so much to talk about. I love her so much, despite her old age. She's so good looking. Like, she has an amazing design, and she does look like a witch, so everything connects. In my opinion, she's dressed like the witches, but a little bit more subtle. This is her again, Vera Mori. I'm pretty sure that everybody knows it by now, but yeah, this painting is her when she was young. And this is Lady Boyle. Ah, I love this painting of Dowd. Pretty sure that Delilah made this. Yeah, it does look like her art style. Man. I love Dowd, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows, but yeah, Dowd is my favorite character of the series. One of my favorite characters in general. And there's so much to talk about, because he's such a well-written character. Apart from what they did in Death of the Outsider, I think that it's very solid. It's an amazing character. I love how it looks. Like, it's not good looking, and it's not ugly either, but like, he is also beautiful. I don't know how to explain it, but it's the Dishonored art style. It's so charming. It looks so cool. And this is the poster. I feel like 5,000 coins. I didn't realize how much that was when I first played the game. Then when I actually started buying things from vendors, I realized how much that is. This is the painting that Delilah made of Emily, the one that she intended to use for the ritual. Very beautiful. Creepy, but beautiful. This is the symbol of Hiram Barrows. Right, yeah. And this is the Golden Cat poster. Again, these posters make me insane. They're so beautiful. Look at this beautiful art of the courtesans. So marvelous. Like, even they look grotesque in a way. They do give off that vibe of a dystopian world, even if they are objectively beautiful. There's something about them. You just cannot say that they're fine, they're sexy or something like that, because they are made like this. And these are all the paintings that you can find in the Golden Cat, actually. This is the reference of a movie, by the way, which I've never watched, but good to know, no? Oh my god, here is all the things about Slackjaw, and it doesn't end here either. This was his concept art. He was supposed to have a hat, but I guess that they scrapped it because then it would have looked like it was part of the Hatters gang. So that's fair. Again, stuff about Slackjaw. The wanted poster. If you look at it while you're in his office in the distillery, he actually comments on it. I don't know if you know, but if you didn't, now you do. Again, art of Slackjaw. I think Slackjaw has such a good design. He is a crime boss, he's not a saint for sure, but he's very likable. Of course, this is the symbol that they used to mark the houses that were in quarantine because of the plague. This is the Hierarch Pylon. I think we've learned to hate it. And that's a horse, by the way. That's a horse, and like a horse with a carriage. There's actually a painting with a horse and a carriage like this. You can find it as a painting in the game, but we never see horses actually. I suppose that they stopped using horses because, you know, trains and rail cars were created. So the witches have such a good design, in my opinion. They are so creative, probably the most creative design I've ever seen for a witch. The fact that thorns and roses sprout from their skin, they grow on them. And if you haven't watched my iceberg video yet, I talk about how there are signs on their skin even after that they lost their powers. They're not witches anymore. They became eyeless, and then now they have the signs of the thorns and the roses, and it's so cool, in my opinion. This is Dunwall. Beautiful art of Dunwall. Absolutely beautiful. Gloomy. I'd never live here, but it's so cool. This is the painting of the Pendleton brothers. I don't know if this is Custis or Morgan, but it got done dirty. Because it's right in the middle of the pages. So his face is squashed. But who cares? This is an amazing art. I love it. I've had it on my desktop for years. I think it perfectly encapsulates what Dishonored is. At least the atmosphere, that's for sure. This is just excerpts. I'm pretty sure that these symbols are carved into bone charms. The Isle of Morley. This is the Blood Oxen. They ended up using this design in the game. And I don't know if you know, but there's actually like a error. A very subtle, but there is an error here. There's not Blood Oxen, it's just a misspelling. A name that they gave him during the coding process, I'm pretty sure, and they never changed it, but they fixed it in Dishonored 2. These designs are very cool as well. This almost looks like a rhino, though of course the horn is on his forehead. So this still looks like a bull, like the horns as well. This is just a little bit more exotic. And this was probably less interesting because it didn't have enough horns and, you know, sprouting from him. But yeah, Blood Oxen, very cool. This might be my favorite painting of the series. I just love this painting so much. So yeah, we have Weepers. Poor Weepers. The Bokva whale meat, for anyone who doesn't know, the Bokva is the capital city of Tivia. I imagine that it's quite snowy. The Hound Pete's pub poster. Because of course, it's called Hound Pete's pub because they had hounds fighting in pit fights. That's where they put Sokolov in the first game, in a cage where they used to put dogs for fights. Rats. I love this art. This type of art in general, the art that you see if you have the tutorial activated. I haven't been playing with the tutorial activated for so long, for obvious reasons, so I'm missing this art a little bit. It's very good. This is the poster. Is it in Dishonored 2 as well? It might be. I'm not sure, but either way, very cool. Very cool that we used to see Karnaka in a way, even in the first Dishonored game. This is just the symbol of the Abbey of the Everyman. Schematics. Yeah, this schematic of the Wall of Light panel. This is a beautiful illustration. I love it. Probably a mythical creature or something like that. Maybe it's a tattoo of a dead eel. Who knows? And of course, this is the Drunken Whaler song. Very nice. Nice of them to put it in a page and then leave the other page blank so it got all of your attention. I love the smell of this book, by the way. I love it so much. Of course, it's not like actual paper. It's plastic. The texture is like ordinary plastic page. It's just the visuals that trick you. But the smell, I love the smell so much. Of course, this is the outsider. I can never tell if yeah. Sometimes I skip pages. These are just excerpts. Pretty sure that this is a painting that Delilah made of the outsider. Very beautiful. Might be one of my favorites. These are the 7 strictures, which, by the way, fun fact, in Italian they are called costrizioni, which means constrictions, basically. So yeah, things that you're obliged to do. It's mandatory to respect them. Yeah, there are some things in Italian that are translated in a different way. Sokolov has such a nice art style. They were very smart to make the art style, Sokolov's art style, so similar to the art style of the concept arts and everything. They were very smart, so they didn't have to imitate anything. There's a concept of the tall boys. I'm pretty sure. It's like a mixture between the tall boys and the overseers with the carillons. You can see it pretty well. It's very interesting. Would have been cool to see a design like this, but it would have probably been very strong because you can see with these things, it probably shielded him a little. So yeah, not happening. Not happening. Bone charms, again. Yeah, there's the Caldwin's Bridge. All the levels in this game are just amazing, honestly. This is the symbol of the cold winds. Of Jessamine Caldwin in particular. And this is Jessamine, of course. Beautiful painting. Poor Empress. Poor Empress. This is Donald Whisk Cream. Shall we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe so. There's actually so very interesting. I advise you to read it. Explains some things about his lecture as well. This is amazing. I love this map so much. This art with the pencil. So pleasing to look at. I swear. The art in this game is insane. Tall boys. I remember that they scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I mean, yeah, I was like 13, 14 when I first played Dishonored. This is the... Oh, I love this art so much. I'm sorry that the sword, is curved because of the page. But I love this art. I see it every time I click on Dishonored on Steam to play it. I see this art and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to murder everyone. Not necessarily. I like to do things stealthy. I don't care if I kill people or not at this point. Beautiful art. I cannot really tell where this is though. This is an excerpt that talks about the flooded district, but I'm pretty sure that this is not the flooded district. Doesn't look like it at all. But yeah, maybe it was a concept art. Who knows? Maybe it's another district altogether. Probably. This asshole, he snitches on you. He doesn't even mind his business, I swear. Average nobleman. Average nobleman. But the mask is very cool. I have to admit it. The creep. The creep. I love her, by the way. Not only she helps you, but she has a moth mask, and I love moths so much. My nickname, Kaya, is because of a moth. More art again, of a place that I cannot recognize, so I'll just say General Dunwall, I guess. This is the carcass of a whale, though, I think. And this is a whale. Yeah. Maybe it is the Graves Whale House. Maybe it is. Who knows? Excerpts. Oh, these are the 13 months. I wish we had 13 months. It would make so much more sense, but people are not ready for this conversation. Whales, also known as leviathans. Poor beasts. They are monstrous and, it must be terrifying to actually meet them in the ocean, but poor creatures. They get tortured. I always kill the whale in Boundary Rothwell's slaughterhouse. This is an amazing painting. It's such a shame that not everybody sees it, because you can only see it at the end of the flooded district. If you did certain things for Granny Rags and Slackjaw, only in that case you see this painting. I Overseer Campbell. I suppose that the canon painting is the one with the elixir. I don't really picture Corvo just stealing the elixir and drinking it in front of everyone. So it makes sense. Aaron Barrows. I have to give it to him. The logo does look very cool. It is cool. Listen, it's cool. The Outsider. The Outsider. I really miss how he was in Dishonored 1. It was the best version of him. He had a lot of drip in the second Dishonored, but I prefer him in Dishonored 1 in general. These are the paintings that Delilah made. I'm pretty sure that this is the painting that you have to use to stop the ritual. Revert it, at least. To eliminate Delilah non-lethally. and Trapper in the Void, which is like canonically what Dowd did. So yeah, beautiful paintings. More plague signs. I love Corvo's posters so much. It's insane how much coins they were willing to give for Corvo. Knowing that Dowd was just 5,000. Corvo is 30,000. I mean, I'm not saying that Corvo is objectively more powerful than Dowd and vice versa. I'm not saying anything because they are rivals. And Corvo won against Dowd, but I'm not saying this. I don't want to argue about this. It's just insane how much the difference is. I'm pretty sure that the difference is this big simply because Hiram wanted Corvo dead in any way possible, so he put an insane reward, knowing that nobody would have be able to kill him anyway. Amazing art. I love these so much. Corvo has an amazing design. I'll never stop saying it. He is amazing. I love him so much. More excerpts. These are the walls of the Tower of Dunwall. Very high, but it's possible to just launch yourself into the river. I've done it multiple times. I haven't died. I did get damaged, but you can survive easily if you want a quick escape route. Claws of Aptitude. Yeah. The Whalers. This art is so cool. It's on the same... Yeah. Reminds me of the art style of the tutorial images still. Very cool. I had so much fun when I read this for the first time. It made me laugh audibly. It's like yaoi. I don't know. It's very odd. And I'm pretty sure that it's banned by the Abbey. It's not written anywhere here, but I remember that it's specified in the game that it was banned by the Abbey. I'm just certain. Pandyssia. I'd love to see how Pandyssia is. It could be such a good idea for like an open world game that has nothing to do with Dishonored. But yeah, it could be cool because a lot of people like open world games. Tivia. So cool how we have all the section of the whale, how we do it with animals. Of course, when we have to slaughter animals, we have these drawings as well. So it's cool that they made this for whales. It's very realistic, very cool. We have all the areas in which you have to search for certain things. The dead eels. I love their design. I love the tattoos. I love the dead eels. They might be my favorite gang. It's between them and the owlers. But they're like, the dead eels are pirates, you know? So that's a plus. Beautiful painting that Delilah made of Billy. She's so beautiful here. I'm honestly speechless. I love this painting so much. And of course, this is a self-portrait of Delilah herself. I'm pretty sure that you can see this in the second game. I think it's in the room that Luca gave Delilah in his own palace. I'm pretty sure it's there. This poster is so charming. It's so nice. Of course, what happens in the slaughterhouse is terrible, but you know, I think that's what posters are made for. Again, Rothwell Wales slaughterhouse. Cool how we have all the properties of the The whale oil. Litzy Stride. I love Litzy Stride so much. I absolutely adore her. Such peak design. She goes barefoot around. She's a savage. The butchers with their saws. Always make sure to loot these things. They give you a lot of money. I love this painting of Dowd. I absolutely adore this painting. I read this hundreds of times, I think. And it continues. This is the cover of The Knife of Dunwall. Yeah. Both the game and the book, by the way. Because there's also a book, remember. Was there more? I always want to search for things for Dowd. I always wish there's more. Slaughterhouse Row, which is like a whole district with just slaughterhouses. Just insane. We never visited in the game. Like, we visit Rothwild Slaughterhouse, but we don't go beyond that. Arnold Timsh, still painting made by Delilah. We can find it in Arnold Timsh office / bedroom. It's more of a bedroom because he has another office in the lower floor. Rich sucker. Mortimer Hat. I feel like a lot of people forget that Mortimer Hat even exists, but I personally love him so much. Rothwild. The big clock tower, which is obviously inspired by the Big Ben. In general, Dunwall is inspired by Victorian England, France, and Germany too, I'm pretty sure. Beautiful bone charms yet again. This looks like a Zippo lighter. Look at all of these cool designs. I just wish they use them all, I swear. These are so cool. So cool. This Draper's Ward. Sometimes I think about how Draper's Ward is basically like a megaplex, I guess. Would have been cool to see how it was before the plague. Would have been very cool. Look at these posters, they're making me go insane. They're so beautiful. They are so charming. So charming. I have always been afraid of these things, then I realized that they're not actually that potent. Again, tutorial art. This is Dowd. I've never really used the pull power. I did a couple of times, but I've never really found it much interesting personally. Maybe because I just want to do things stealthy. Piero, my man. Piero, my man. More exits. This is an amazing map. I love it. I also have another map because I have the manual, the roleplay manual. But yeah, this is so cool. I love this map so much. The prison, Coldridge Prison. This looks much more open than the actual prison. Maybe it's a section that we haven't visited in the games. Who knows? Dunwall. Just Dunwall. Beautiful, cursed Dunwall. Iron barrels, once again. I feel like this painting is at least 20 times scattered around the games. Litzy Stride, once again. Delilah Torturing Doubt. This is the cover of the Brickmore Witches DLC. And Delilah. I love Delilah so much. I feel like a lot of people don't like her, and I don't really understand why, because I find her very interesting as a character, and I love her design so much. I feel like she's so beautiful. And again, the design with the roses and thorns are just so good. This area of the dress in particular, it's so cool. I just love her. I think she is absolutely beautiful. Rune, that's it out again up there. And that's it. There's just one page at the end, if I can grab it, because I swear it's impossible. I hope that I haven't skipped any page during this video, but it could have happened. Oh my god. I cannot grab it for the life of me. This is why I should have longer nails, guys. Yeah, the Empress. Almost looks like they want to mock you at the end, you know? You open the last page and you see the Empress that you watched as she was... But yeah. This is the book, and I've been trying to remain calm throughout the whole video. Talking certainly helped, but I am so happy to have this book. I have other things. There are not many things Dishonored related, unfortunately, but I have some things, and I'm pretty proud of my collection so far. I don't have everything, but in my heart, I know that one day I will have everything. As much as I can, at least. As many things as I can. If you want to look at other things, just let me know. I can show you my collection. Before ending the video, I just want to clarify that, yeah, this video was not programmed. Again, it's just me yapping about how happy I am to have this, and just wanted, you know, to comment on everything that I saw. A proper video will come out eventually. I'm already writing the script. I will not spoil it for you, but it's basically a video essay, a discussion about a topic that I found in the Dishonored games that I think is very cool, and I like to talk about it. It will be coming eventually. I am studying for the exams right now. I'm very busy. When I'm not studying, I'm playing other games. I'm always playing games. But yeah, when I have time, I continue writing the script. So slowly but surely, the video will arrive. So stay tuned. Bye.